You've made it this far. Now this is the final top of the year video. Top matches of 2025. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I am Jason C. McLean, and I am joined
by not Jason C. McLean.
By Brother Joe. Yes, we're going to put you on the screen like Brother Joe.
Okay.
No, Joe McLean. Okay. Yeah. So we're finally here. Top 5 matches of 2025. Now we're going to start with you. Maybe we'll go through our.
So I want to say something before we get too far in. We did not show each other our lists, and we did not pre-rehearse what we're going to say. So we might agree completely on this list, or we might be completely different than each other. We don't really know. I'm guessing. I actually have a guess that we're going to be very close to each other on the list. I have a feeling that we see things similarly, but who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised. Also, I didn't tell you this, but I did not put them in order of importance. I put them in chronological order.
Okay, mine are in one through 5.
See, so we already have something different than each other.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with my. Do you have honorable mentions?
Yes. Could I do my honorable mention?
Do your honorable.
My honorable mention is the match that we haven't seen yet, which is John Cena's last match. We're recording this before Cena's last match, but one of the criteria you said was in order. It wasn't just the quality of the match, but the importance of the match, the build up, the setup.
How it made you feel? If you like,
how did you feel? So I feel like the fact that it's John Cena's last match, even if we haven't seen it, it's probably going to be one of the best matches of the year, even if it's not very well wrestled. So I'm putting it as an honorable mention because I can't actually put it in my list because I haven't actually seen the match. And maybe it sucks. Who knows? Maybe you're watching this in after the 12th, and you're like, that was a terrible match.
It's about 7:30 p.m. on the 5th of December. So we haven't even. Gunther versus LA Knight on SmackDown tonight might be one of the matches of the year, but we don't know that at this point.
So just keep that in mind.
Okay, so my honorable mentions are, I'm not even going to count the matches I haven't seen yet. If they turn out to be great, then great. But they scheduled them too late in the year. My honorable mentions, I have a recent match I saw, which I thought was going to be one of my top matches of the year. It's only honorable mention. Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena at Survivor Series War Games. I just thought that was such a fun match. It wasn't the most perfect, but it was an overbooked masterpiece. It was really good. It doesn't make the top 5, but it's really close to it.
All right. Well, it didn't make my top 5 either. I think that's a bit of recency bias. It was a good match, but
yeah, I was because of the recency bias, I'm not going to put it in the top 5.
I think Dom versus AJ Styles was maybe a better match.
When he
did the boot trick, that boot trick. That boot trick was a highlight of the year for me, so I would have put that, but I didn't actually. By the way, I didn't do any other honorable mentions.
Actually, John versus AJ. John Cena versus AJ Styles is one of my honorable mentions too, and I thought it was an excellent match. It almost made the top 5, but there is some Cena in there.
That actually made my top 5.
Okay, so let's go with your number 5.
My number 5. There it is. Actually, no, we're going in chronological order. I'm going to go with Jey Uso versus Gunther at WrestleMania Night 1.
Okay, and we'll just say a little bit about why you
picked it. Yes, of course. You talked about the storytelling. I think there was it was a long build-up. If you remember, it took a long time, and at first it was is this really working? Is this really working? But then I think the setup for the sleeper at the end, I think that was the best finish of a match of the year. That he beat him with the sleeper, and even to this day, you tapped out. Whenever Gunther grabs a mic, the you tapped out happens. I think it was just one of those moments it was built up. It took a long time to build it up, but it paid off in the end. Big time. I think that sleeper to beat him. I remember watching it, and as soon as Gunther was staggered, I'm like, man, he should sleeper him, and he did it, and it was just that to me, it was the best finish of the year, and so it was the best match of the year because it was at WrestleMania too.
Okay, wow, that was my number 5 is just gonna get this right. Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw. The Raw just before Elimination Chamber. Now, picking a Raw match is not that a lot of these are going to be PLE matches, but this is a Raw match. This match, just the storytelling, the show even went long. Like Liv Morgan, selling the victory, and also just the fact that it was a surprise out of nowhere, the surprise factor of it, and it was just so well executed. The story was so well told. It was a TV match that I remembered at the end of the year, even though it happened in the beginning of the year. So that's my number 5.
Very good. I did not have that on my list. I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Okay. What's your number 4?
Number 4. I do have some of the competitors you mentioned. I have WrestleMania Night 2, because again, we're going chronologically. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. That triple threat match. I don't think I've ever seen a triple threat match with such good cardio. If that's a thing, like
they were all in it
the whole time. They were all in it the whole time. That was a long match with no breaks, and the setup was a little too predictable. We knew that it was going to be a triple threat before they announced it for a long time. So that match, it might have, if they had done a better setup, it might have been the match of the year. The setup for the match was but the actual match itself was one of the, if not the best wrestled matches of the year. No breaks, triple threat, just pure high octane, crazy finish. Just a great match.
Okay. My number 4 is Gunther versus Jey Uso, WrestleMania 41, Night 1.
So you agree with me?
Yeah, in my number 4. I just didn't put them in chronological order. But
but we agree.
But no, that's my 4th best match of the year. It was, I thought, I again, for similar reasons of yours, it was just the perfect way to start off the show. Honestly, that should have main evented. That, even though I understand why they put the main event as the main event, that was the match that had the happy ending, the ecstatic, the release, and the fact that he gets just the uniqueness of how he fought Gunther. He stopped fighting Gunther like he normally fought Gunther. He played Gunther's game. And I thought that storytelling was excellent. I think both guys did a really good job, and it created the whole "you tapped out," which Gunther is not going to live down for like a long time. Ever. Yeah. So that's my number 4.
I agree 1,000%.
What's your number 3?
Let's see. Number 3. It was slightly after WrestleMania, and it was a SmackDown match. It was the Street Profits versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns, tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Honestly, that was that.
Yeah, see, it's so good. You forgot about it.
I did forget about that one.
That one, I don't even remember the setup, but it was such a good match. I mean, just watch it the date, by the way, if you want to remember, April 25th. So if you want to like, what's he talking about? Or I don't remember it, or I missed that episode. I don't know how you would have missed that episode, but it was just such a good match. It was so good that they gave like that tag division a match at SummerSlam just because of that match. I feel.
I'm going to research and put all the dates on the screen, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got the dates because I did it chronologically.
Yeah, okay. That you did I definitely did not do it chronologically, but yeah, that was.
Anyways, just great, match, just a great match. Who cares about the story? You can just watch it on its own, and it's a blast.
Okay, my number 3 is. It's a multi-person match. It's the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
I actually disqualified any of those specialty matches. But continue.
Yeah, no, I didn't disqualify them. Obviously, maybe playing by slightly different rules. No, just because that was the way that began with Jade Cargill coming in, and the drama of Bianca being locked in the cage, not able to help, Liv Morgan just loving it, and Liv selling at the beginning where she's scared, and then she's beating her up, and then just taking it back, and then the back and forth. I mean, like Jade, Liv, Bianca, and Naomi were the people I really focused on in that match. I mean, yes, there was, who else was there? There was
Roxanne.
Roxanne was in it. Alexa Bliss, Bailey. They were fine too, but just the whole story with those 4 people, just the sheer way to start to show this storytelling, that was so well done. That was so exciting and fun to watch. So that's my number 3.
I agree, and I will be speaking about it in our best PLEs discussion.
Oh,
spoiler alert.
That's another video, which you've probably already seen at this point. We're recording this in a different order. Yeah. Okay, your number 2.
My number 2 is, where do we go? We then go to July 13th. Evolution. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Naomi. I slipped her in there because she was technically in the match. That was, I think, honestly, if I was picking a match of the year, that would be my match of the year.
Okay.
It was just such a good match between Rhea and Io. It seems to me that in the women's division, when you talk about the best matches of the year, there's two people who are always involved in the match.
Yeah.
Rhea and Io. If they're in the match, all these other things happen well. That was just the match itself. Just Rhea versus Io, I think, was one of the best matches of the year. Maybe it was just me. I was surprised. I was actually legitimately surprised when Naomi showed up. Normally, a cash-in, you like when Seth came out, and you're like, oh, he's got a knee brace, nah. And then that doesn't look like a real knee brace. And then he turns around. The cash-ins are usually, you can see them coming. I legitimately, when her music hit, was astounded. And it was such a fake out because she was so going for Tiffany. It was clear that she was going for Tiffany. When she came in for that, it made my day. It was the cherry on top. And Naomi winning, I was happy she won a championship. I think she deserved it. So that was
honestly, I love that match too. It didn't make my list specific, but it did make a different list in a way you're going to see in the PLE. Yeah.
See, so we're in agreement here.
Yeah, I definitely, that was made it a few other spots. Okay, so that's your number 2?
Yes.
My number 2 is, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, Undisputed Championship, SummerSlam Night 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was not that happy with their WrestleMania match, but they more than made up for it with the SummerSlam match. There was no Travis Scott, which you'd think that's something you shouldn't have to mention, but
there's
no Travis Scott making a long entrance with a novelty belt that he bought to cheat for the bad guy who was John Cena. No, I think it actually helped that John Cena turned babyface like the night before. Just this bit, like that match was a banger. Like Cena showed he could go. He wasn't even going before. Like it was when he was a heel, he was sort of like being safe, kind of phoning it in still and cheating and stuff. No, here he was really going. The shot of Cena lifting up Cody on his back, coming up through Cody's own pyro, stuff like that. The whole atmosphere, the fact that was the return of babyface John Cena, that's my best Cena match of the year.
Interesting.
Yeah, bar none. Yeah.
I will go with my final match, and I disagree. I picked Cena versus AJ Styles.
Okay.
Which was kind of an interesting match. It was I think you said it best. It was like two of your favorite bands covering a bunch of songs.
Yeah,
from other people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
it's a big band, like the Rolling Stones
there
covering.
was probably a lot of people.
The Beatles.
There were probably a lot of people out there who maybe didn't like that match. I'm not sure. I don't really care what other people think, so I don't check those things. But I just felt like the setup was great because the storyline was literally the Raw before AJ Styles gets up in the microphone. He's like, "You want a story? It's me versus Cena. There's your story."
Yeah,
like we're gonna blow the roof off. And it was the third match of the PLE, not the first, not the fifth, and it blew the house. It blew the roof off. It was just. I'm not somebody who necessarily likes like the more serious matches, the blood feuds, those kind of things. Okay, that's good. I like high flyers and I like fun, entertaining matches. Like for example, the tables, ladders, and chairs was a fun, entertaining match as I put on. This was just the funnest match of the year. It was the most entertaining without really thinking too much. There's no stakes. Who cares? Or at least I didn't care. I just thought it was just a ton of fun. And I like matches that are sometimes just a ton of fun.
Okay.
And so I put it on there.
With that one, you actually have to accept the premise. It's like the Star Trek episode, the musical episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. You accept the premise that they're singing for some reason.
And then you go with it.
And then it's perfect. Yeah.
I bought into the premise. And that was that.
It was one of my honorable mentions. Okay, so my number 1 match, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, WrestleMania 41, Night 2.
So we picked the best match.
That is my top match of the year.
So
not just in.
So we did agree.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, that was. I honestly, it's like I'm pretty sure there's going to be other top 10 lists from other people that don't even know us that are going to pick that exact same match. Like that match, it was so poetic. It was so athletic. Like usually in triple threat matches, there's always somebody gets a rest spot, and then like they're down for a while, then they come back in. No, it was back and forth. It was so frenetic. everyone did a great job. Bianca Belair hurt her finger to put her out for like 6 months or something like that in that match. I don't, but like
she finished it.
She finished it, and Io and you're right. The build to that was like it was one of the worst builds I'd seen in recent memory, leading to one of the best matches I've seen in recent memory. Yeah. Like, just say it's a triple threat, and they could be fighting. No, but although even in the build, they built the whole thing that Io was the one who was not being taken seriously, and she just gets back and she takes it seriously. So yeah, that match was an excellent match to watch. And again, WrestleMania 42, like if that match had main evented, and I mean, it was a great match to start with. It got things excited. But if the Cody and Cena from WrestleMania was the opening match, and if that match main evented, that would have been a much better. The date would have been a much better arrangement for the day. Again, yeah, and like I like their one at I almost said Lollapalooza, WrestlePalooza. No, I mean Evolution. I like their the Evolution one was great too, but I think overall this was the better of the two matches. So yeah, I guess these are our top 5 matches of 2025.
So let us know in the comments why we're wrong.
Yeah.
If you agree with us, we don't want to hear from you. That's boring.
Also,
tell us why we're stupid.
What do you think of going in chronological order instead of order of importance?
Tell me how stupid I am for doing that. Go for it.
His name is Joe. Okay. So for Joe and Jason C. McLean for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, WWE premium live event prediction and review videos, wrestling opinion pieces, assorted thoughts on Raw and SmackDown, and videos like these. Until the next one, for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal and for Joe, I'm Jason C. McLean.